You know, you're going to be out of, you know, you're going to be out of it for, you know, 4 to 8 hours. So this guy, Mike, got bad on some acid, him and his buddy. And then one time his family ended up getting into like livestock, you know, dealing big animals, nothing small, horses, heifers, stuff like that. And he gave a bunch of like kind of no-dos or something to some of these animals because they would get them to shit more. And so there was one time where he had like 3 animals all shitting at the same time, right?
What?
Yeah, big animal.
Why did he want them to shit?
It was like not a show, but it was like not a performance, but you know what I'm saying? Like, let's watch them shit, you know?
Sure.
And I went over there one time, dude, and everybody was eating acid, and we watched these cows shit for maybe 15 minutes straight. Like nothing you've ever seen, man.
I don't think I want to see that, to be honest.
Yeah, you say that.
What did the poop look like coming out when you were on acid?
Looked like poop, man. But it was just almost seemed magical that you could get all 3 of them to do it at once. You know, and that's the kind of shit that took me to another level, man. Dude, we had this other girl one time, Charlotte, bigger girl, biggest girl we knew. So, biggest girl we'd ever met. And she ate some acid one time and got locked in this room. And people kept kind of dripping kind of warm water on her all night, bruh. Fucked up. You know, and those are the things I miss. Cooked a pizza in a dryer once. What else do you throwing rocks at fucking invisible animals and shit in the woods? Just, you know, fun, man. Joy.
You're a crazy friend. You're a crazy dude, my friend.
Looking for joy, man.
But that's why you're crazy as a comic, and that's what makes you a good comic. That's what makes you a good comic, guys.
I miss it.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not
You're not missing anything.
Right.
I've thought
that's
about
the
it
truth.
nights and times, and I said to myself, well, why couldn't I have control like regular people and just do one line? And
yeah.
You know what, man? Nobody does one line and goes out. You know, it always ends bad. It always gonna end bad. You know.
Yeah.
You want to take a Vicodin one night with an, you know, you want to take a Xanax and an edible. I ain't mad at you. You know, that's probably gonna tan that. It's gonna decrease that anxiety the edible gives you.
Yeah.
But, you know, do I really need an Oxycontin in my fucking life? Do I need that shit at this point in my life? Those things don't even do nothing to me sometimes. Sometimes I eat a Vicodin and I get high. Sometimes I eat one that don't do dick. It's you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fucking safe with the reefer, bro. I don't miss dick.
Yeah.
I don't have no regrets, though. I'll tell you that much. At this point, no. I had a good time, man. Fuck it. It happened. There's nothing I can do to take it back. Whether it's time, whether it was anything bad I did, or anything good I did, there's nothing I can do to take it back. That's it. You make peace with yourself at some point, and you accept what the fuck you're gonna be, and that was it. Like I said, I'm very fortunate to even be in this fucking office sitting next to you and Lee. And I know that. I never even considered Los Angeles when I started doing comedy.
Wow.
It wasn't even on my map.
New York only.
No. I didn't even do comedy in New York. I did comedy in New York for 9 months as an open mic, and I knew it wasn't for me. That was a torture chamber. Colorado, people just called you and put you on stage.
Yeah.
You'd have to show up with 10 people and sell tickets outside. And no. That's animals. That's a different type of fucking world.
Yeah.
I developed in a smaller market. Everybody knew each other. People just called you and put you on stage. You know, you could just call people. You don't have to show up with 20 people. Maybe the guy would say, pass out 50 flyers for me in a parking lot. That was what you had to do, you know, and the guy would give you $25.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, when I came out here, they made us like you had to get. I did a couple of bringer shows, and one time I had to pay to go. Yeah, one time I had to pay to go on, you know. But I knew that I don't know. I did know that. I don't know. I knew that I came from a place where I had something to say that other people didn't have to say. Like, that's the thing that gets me the most annoyed about comedy. I look around and I'm like, half these motherfuckers don't even have a story. Like, they don't have any. They're writers. You know, half these guys are writers. You know, and I like to watch a show. You know, I like to watch somebody perform. You know, I like when I see something and I'm like, oh, that person has been through something that I want to know about, because that's what makes me jealous. Like, I want to be a little bit jealous when I'm watching somebody, you know, of their life, even if the life was good or bad. You know, sometimes when I see somebody even in a struggle, you know, I'm like, fuck, I get jealous, because like I want to be whatever that is, that struggle, whatever it is. If it looks so severe, I want that. You know, I think that's something. Like, I remember the first time I met a friend when I was in first, second grade. And I really remember this. This kid had a stutter. This boy, Douglas. You know, Douglas Huval. He had a stutter. He stuttered. And I remember when I met him, I was like, fuck, man. So jealous.
I wish I could stutter.
Yeah. He's different, man. Look what this guy has, man. Everybody I'd ever met up in that point in my life sounded the same. And then Douglas had a stutter, and I wanted to be him. So I would impersonate him. And then the teacher said, she put me in trouble, you know. You're making fun of him. And I said, I'm not making, and I tried to explain my case, but they wouldn't even fantasize it, you know. Like, what do you mean you're not making fun of him? I'm like, I'm not making fun of him. I want that. How do I get what he has? You know? I don't know. I guess if somebody has something different than me, then I want to be able to experience it.
Did you want to be different
if it's
growing
real?
Up? Did you always want to be different?
I mean, I think I hated just being myself most of the time. I just hated being, you know, I just felt ashamed. I just felt ashamed a lot. I felt ashamed that I felt uncared for. And it just made me angry, you know. But I didn't know those are the things that was going on. That's all I knew. You know, I just knew that I was uncomfortable.
I always felt till this day, I'm very insecure about a lot of things, you know, but you push ahead, you know, and I think it helps with the comedy at times, being so insecure. It really does. That rage gets released.
Yeah.
It's an interesting life when you commit to something, and you know, comedy is not about being in a comfortable situation. You know, I never, ever, ever wanted to be a cookie cutter person. I always knew that. I didn't want to do what other people were doing.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
I always felt like life was playing a trick on me for years. Like, when I first started doing coke, I didn't get high for the first year. It wasn't until I started drinking with it that I started getting high. Tremendous.